Hi, I'm Vicky, otherwise known as the Freeform Fairy, and today I'm going to show you how to make my simple gluten-free and dairy-free shortcrust pastry. Now, I have a lot of questions from people about pastry and how to make it so that it's not crumbly, so I thought this would be the perfect recipe to show you. It's very simple, you need very few ingredients. I showed you those at the beginning of the video. Very few items of equipment, so hopefully you've got all those together and you're going to cook along with me. So the first thing we do is add 50 grams of fat into the bowl, and then we're going to add 50 grams of just an ordinary dairy-free margarine. Now, you could use pure if you wanted to be absolutely certain it was dairy-free. In this house we use Tesco's own brand margarine, which hasn't got dairy in, but it does say that it may contain traces of milk, so just bear that in mind. So 50 grams of hard margarine, 50 grams of soft margarine, and into that we're going to add 200 grams of plain gluten-free flour. Dove's is the one I use here for this. You could experiment with others, but this is the one that works for me. And then all we need to do is just chop the margarine into the flour until you've got breadcrumbs. You can just do the final bit with your fingers. It's quite hard to get the little bits of margarine to rub in with the fork. So towards the end, rub those in with your fingers just so that you get rid of any of the remaining lumps. Okay, so that was about another minute of rubbing in with my fingers, and you can see we've got some nice fine breadcrumb-like texture of the fat and the flour. Okay, so into there I'm going to add my sugar. So I'm making a sweet pastry. If you wanted to make savoury pastry, obviously just leave the sugar out. So 50 grams, and just give that a little mix through. So then into that, I'm going to crack one medium egg. This is what really binds it together. Gently mix the egg in, and you can see that the dough starts to come together. I'm going to just get my hands in there now, give it a good squidge. Oops. So just gently sort of pinch with your hands, gently turn it, squeeze it again, gently turn it, squeeze it, gently turn it, squeeze it, gently turn, squeeze, and keep doing that until it comes together. So you can see that's now coming together. Just going to put that into a bowl. Oops, making a mess as usual. And then I'm going to wrap that in cling film and put it in the fridge for 20 minutes before I use it. So we'll be back in a bit. Hi, welcome back. We've got our pastry now chilled for 20 minutes, and so it's ready to roll. I've cleared a bit of space and we are ready to go. And I'm going to just scatter a fair amount of the plain flour that we used in the pastry onto the surface. And you do need to have quite a lot for this, just to make sure that it doesn't end up sticking. Take the pastry out of the cling film. It should be fairly cool now and not so sticky. And just pop that down. Hopefully you'll be able to see everything that I'm doing a bit more easily now that you're close up. So I'm just going to gently, really gently push down and then turn it and make sure that you've got some more flour underneath. Gently push down and turn. If there's any cracky bits that you're worried about, just give them a rub and sort them out. Squeeze them back together. So I'm going to line this dish, and I think that's probably about the right size. I'm never good at doing this bit. Roll it on to your rolling pin, and then roll it into you see that? No, I did it out of the way. Sorry. You can just roll it into the dish, just like you would with ordinary pastry. So you roll it onto the rolling pin, roll it into the dish. You can see it's cracking a little bit. Really, don't worry. Now what I'm going to do with this one is literally put it, I'm going to cut these edges off, and then I'm going to put it in the freezer in a bag, and then when I want to make the tart, I will just take it out of the freezer and go ahead and cook with it. So that'll be another recipe for another day. So I hope you've enjoyed cooking with me today. As you can see, pastry really is quite simple to make, and it's really nothing to be scared about. So give it a go. If you didn't cook with me, then maybe watch the video again when you've got all your ingredients and equipment together and cook it. And I wish you lots of luck and hope you have a really successful pastry making session. If you would like to see any of my other recipes, then please visit my website, which is www.freefromfairy.com, and there you'll find a selection of other gluten-free, dairy-free and various other free-from recipes. I look forward to cooking with you again soon. Bye!